What up, what up, what up? Bankroll Tim bedded up. All up in the shop, busting ass in this hot ass weather. Had the fan blowing on me while I was grinding on the back of this Landau. I got the frame all cleaned up, all the spots cut, everything where I'm about to fab up. I went ahead and I cleaned up the whole outside rail. Like I said I was going to. Clean it up because that plate is going to be getting cut out of there. And then that plate is going to be put back in once I narrow the frame rails. And like I said, they're going to go real thin. They're going to go right to the back here. So there's going to be some open spots where I'm going to have to do some work, box it in, plate it, whatever. So as you can see, I got the lower control arm out of there. I got this all cleaned up. There's an ant on my phone. Screaming. Oh, yo. Alright, I got it off. Why there was an ant on my phone? Oh, that's right, because my phone was laying on the desk. I think something is sticky over there from the baby. But anyways. So, this area is cleaned up because I will have a circle piece of tube on here. Come down about 1.5 inches, 2 inches, whatever. This area is cleaned up for the ladder bar cross member to go across, which is laying right there on the floor. So that cross member will be welded probably right in here is where I'll put it. So the floor. That way they still got the room for the mufflers to go in here. The mufflers were back that way a little bit, but so then I got this cleaned up here because I'm going to run the tube once I go from the ladder bar cross member here. It's going to go into here, and another tube is going to go into here. I have all that cut out up there because the coilover cross member and anti-roll cross member will go straight across the top there. I cleaned up inside there and I notched out the corners right there. I'm going to put another tube from that corner straight across to that corner. So I got to watch this fuel breather line. I got to bend it out of the way. But I still got to clean up that little cut. But I keep the tube close enough to where I can weld into that too. So it just brace it up even more. I'll probably have some tubes on this one that will go from, obviously from the brace I put here and the coilover brace here. I'll go in between there, boom. Gonna have one come off of there and go into this tray, maybe on the angle, so it lines up with here, or it'll be able to go straight down to here. Basically what it's going to be doing is going to be bracing and building the frame underneath behind here, so that way I can go that thin with the rail. And when it welds all back together, it's going to be all supported, strengthened. Most of these cars, when they're getting frame notched, you're losing a lot of the rail. Well, this area is so big and square, it's a lot of strength right there. But now you make it thinner, and if you don't have any type of brace to your lower control arm mount and you got power, you bend this up. When this bends up from the torque, it flexes the rails. Then it cracks the rails, flexes the rails. See it a lot more on the G bodies than you do on the box Chevys. But then when it twists the rail back here, it twists it downwards. So then it pulls the quarter, the body bushing pulls the quarter down, and that's when you'll see a wrinkle in the quarter. So if you guys are out there and you're starting to see a little wrinkle in your quarter on a G body, you want to get what we call a ladder bar cross member, and it welds in across there, and you tie into there, and you tie into your upper tray. Then if your quarters are still buckled a little bit, obviously take your mounts out, shim the mount up, put it back together. Should push the quarter up, depending on how far gone, how big of a wrinkle you got. If it's just a little wrinkle in the quarter, if it's got a crease in it, then you're gonna have to do paintless and remove it, or if you got a crack to it, you're gonna have to repaint it. But little things that you could do, or tell your fab shop what to do. I'm telling you, yeah, Bedded Up Customs, Bankroll Tim here. He says it right here in this video. This video, that video, whatever. There was like a stock tray that went here. It was like a heat shield, and it had a big ass square loop off of here. And for my tube to go from here up to the frame here, it was in the way before on a couple other cars. So this one, like I said, I went ahead and cut the mufflers out on my way. They're right over there, just so I could do this real nice, get it welded all the way around. The upper areas I cleaned up. I might tie right into there too, off the side of here into there. So there's gonna be some tubes underneath here to brace this thing all up. Right now, you know, the car is pretty strong. So I'm gonna do all the bracing first before I cut anything out. 81 Landau gold choppers, 28-inch, 9-inch lip. It's 28 by 12, but it measures 13 overall. So it's gonna be nicely tucked down in there. I'm gonna have the wheel in more than what these other guys have them in. And again, I'm not gonna have this all cut to shit. I'm not gonna have this all the way out here. So I said I was gonna put some hours in on this. I'm putting some hours in, some mad hours in on this box Chevy Landau. For anybody just starting to watch the channel, I'm a one-man operation. Some things take longer to do than other things. Trying to get it set to where I'm back one job at a time on the front lift. And 1, 2, 3 cars behind. So when I don't answer the phone or don't answer tags or this and that, I'm in the shop busting my ass, getting dirty as hell, trying to keep everything organized, trying to keep everything flowing. Last year and a half or so, I got behind. I let some stupid shit happen, and I shouldn't have let happen, but it's my fault. And now I'm trying to get it all caught up. So this is the one that has to go. The owner's on my ass, and it's a badass. First in the world right here. Gold choppers, real gold, whatever, however the hell it is, whatever that gold is. Real shit. 28s, Brutus, choppers. But yeah, got the car covered up. I blew the plastic off a little bit. I was working with the fan on, of course. This whole floor was nasty. Boom. I hit it with the air chisel underneath to knock off all the loose debris. You can see that this car was undercoated. That's what you're seeing here. It was undercoated back in the day too, because again, this car is super, super solid. Clean, very, very, very clean. Original 305 in it, whatever. Yeah, you can see without that heat shield being there, look at that car. It's clean. Rockers are solid. Outer rockers and the inner rocker, solid. No rust on this car. The bumper fillers on the back, he already replaced. Got some paint chips and stuff like that here and there, but that's fine. No dents. But yeah, I had to go through and blow out underneath here, and inside the back bumper right here was like a mouse house. A lot of spider webs and stuff. But I got it out of there. But you can see for an 81, normally these bumpers are all the way this pressed aluminum or whatever this is called, be frayed apart and shit. And this one's solid. Solid, solid, solid. Original gas tank. But all right, y'all. Just want to let you know that's what I'm working on. There's a lot of people trying to get in, trying to little stuff, this and that. And again, my son needs to get on this Pontiac, but she hasn't showed up. So I got to get in his ass. So he could have had the whole front suspension tore out of that thing. And then I could cut the front frame for how I'm gonna do the notch, and then it could be getting put back together. But again, my main focus is to get this one out of here. Everything is here for it. So a lot of work. So I'll hit you with another video from this car to show you after I get these bars in there. You know, some people are like, oh, well, you showed it this way, then you showed it that way. Well, I explained it as I do it. You know, you got all these tubes. Got to make that, that's wider than the frame. So I got to cut that to the length of the frame, and how I'm going to step cut the sides so it'd be a little bit under the rail. You know, it'd be a little bit under rail, like I did that white Landau, Snooks white Landau from the city with the yellow calipers, Chicago. I put the ladder bar cross member in there, tied into the lowers, tied into the package tray, boom. But yeah, I gotta fit that. I got some other tubes over there, tubes over there, tubes over there, short drop tubes over there. So I can tie all this shit together, start fabbing it. I got the rear end on the bench. Like I said, I haven't taken nothing else off of that. It's gonna get all cleaned up, fabbed up, but I wanna get the frame all fitted first. You can see that side too is all cleaned off, boom. And how it was welded. There's a hole in the frame, so I'll fill that in. These little cuts I got right here, I'll fill in. This really doesn't matter, but I'll put a little fill in there, grind that, cut a little more. But yeah, these little cuts will get filled in. We need as much strength as possible. So, all right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, bedded up. Booyah. Oh, and don't let me forget about that. Floating cabs. Bankroll Tim, bedded up. I appreciate y'all. I think I'm just gonna keep this on a short video. All right. It's all about the Landau, 81 Landau. And frame bracing. All right, y'all. Bankroll Tim, I'm out.